What's up, everybody? This is your girl, Miss Terrell. Be sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell down below. And make sure that you head over to esteemedmentality.com so that way you can see everything that we got going on. And be sure that you peep your head into the warrior community on Patreon so that way you get to know all about our Tea Talk book club. We're going to be doing a virtual book club meeting, our first one, within like the next week or so. Depending on how many people have finished the book, we have a couple people that are like myself in the middle. So we'll see how it goes. But for the most part, be sure that you head over to the website so that way you will get all the details on that. So I want to talk to you about something today that I've learned through many a lesson of dealing with let me say this. I've learned lessons in regards to dealing with men from the same cloth. And I'm pretty sure we all can say that we've dealt with something cut from the same cloth, you know. A lesson seems similar is probably, sometimes it's because you need to really understand like what the lesson is behind whatever you're going through. But for the most part, you know, certain situations in regards to like insecurities can come in all shapes or form. They can be pretty, they can be cute, they can be sexy, they can be handsome, they can be aggressive, they can be all these things. And I want to talk about this because I think it's vital. I think it's very important for kings and queens. Of course, before you even get to that level in the kingdom, you have to go through your trials and tribulations for you to learn your lessons, to be able to use your discernment as a way for you to know pretty much your energy takers from people who are confident in themselves. This all goes back to confidence. Confidence is pretty much your fertilizer for you to grow, to do what you want to do, aspirations and all. So one night something just told me to write these things down, because when you begin to hear them over and over and over, but you're in a position and in a season where you're mentally getting stronger, your discernment will help you understand, you know, through knowing different when you've been through it so many times. Eventually you will get tired of repeating the same cycle. In my opinion, I've been there a couple times. So I want to be able to break down a couple of things for my kings and queens out there and my rising kings and queens, so that way they have an understanding of what to look out for versus going through it, not understanding it, and being traumatized thereafter. Okay, my experience was exactly that. Once I learned, once I educated myself, then the trauma came in as to what has happened and how to deal with it. So to help you skip a step, pay attention. Pay attention, rewind it, whatever you need to do, because I'm only going to tell you once. So get your soda, get your water, get your wine, whatever you sipping on, you needs to get it. Okay, so I want to talk first and foremost about when you're self-sufficient. The reason why this is my first key point is because I can relate to this one very much so. Being on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 is the strongest, I can relate to this one. And it's when we have two different groups of people, okay, in this world. We have children, we have adults. And so when you're transitioning over to adulthood, you know, you just learn that you're not going to put up with certain things. You're not going to put up with certain patterns. And you're damn sure not going to let someone tell you to give them time to get it right. I feel like before you approach anybody, before you even get to that idea that you feel like you're suitable for someone, even relationship, friendship, they're all ships. You get into each and last one of them. Before you approach somebody, allowing them or trying to invite yourself onto their ship, you need to know what shit you got going on. Okay? So, you know, my thing is, I've always been self-sufficient. You know, I can cut my grass. I know how to get my oil changed. You know, I know how to take care of myself. So, you know, when people come across folks like that, it's kind of hard to really pull the wool over their eyes, because they don't really like have any too much value for anything outside of necessity. And desire, you won't even know about, because that's what they have, that's what they indulge in, that's what they got going on. You feel me? So when I come across people that say, oh, well, you don't need anybody, you act like you don't, pretty much any type of dialogue to make you feel as if like you need to come off your high horse of an accomplishment of being self-sufficient, they will try to use their words and code to make you feel some other type of way, when the insecurity is placed on the person that's trying to pretty much cause this situation with you. So if you can't tell, that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about how we can decode insecurities. I think it's great for everyone to know how to do this, because when it comes down to what people can get out of you, how people can get over on you, and how people prey on folks just so they can be able to make it day to day, means that they're either going to be energy suckers or they're going to be takers, but they're not going to bring nothing to the table. First of all, let me tell you this. No one should be coming to your table. You feel me? Like, if you're the type of person like how I am, like social distancing has been a thing for me for years. It just didn't pop up because we got quarantined. Then you understand how important it is for them to respect your space. Bring your own table, your own plate, your own cutlery. In translation, have your own. If you have your own, you wouldn't be insecure. If you had your own, you would be confident. You wouldn't be trying to take from someone else to feel like you gained something. When you got to check people's energies around you, because my biggest thing is this. You can either be the type of energy around me where I start to lose stuff or I gain stuff. Either way you look at it, that if I'm losing stuff energy pops up every time I deal with you, you'll be losing your spot, because no one should deal with that. If you work hard, why should you lose something and you don't know how, when, or where the gain is going to come from? That's something stewing in their energy. Leave them alone. But as far as decoding their insecurities, when they hit you with that, oh, you act like you don't need nobody. No, that means you're self-sufficient. That is right there. We can decode that right here, right now, to let it be known that that's a hidden insecurity within them. For the fact that you know how to take care of yourself and you don't lean on anybody, you have to understand that negative people lean on positive people because they have the energy that they are jealous of. I had this really big epiphany. When I say big, like literally, it was just like it punched me in my throat and tried to close my jaw at the same time. And that is, God's purpose is to bring the truth to the light. And when we bring the truth to the light, we realize with discernment that when people are insecure, they have a certain way of explaining your characteristics. Okay, again, you're self-sufficient, but they say that, you don't need nobody. No, you just don't need their shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't need their negativity. They don't bring anything to the table that makes it so that what you have going on plus what they have to bring to pull up to what you got going on as well. They're like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it has to be a seesaw. You both have to be able to, be on one side and then be on the other. They have to bring something to make it so that even if so happens, it's just for y'all just to even things out. How can I say it like this? If one person has their own house and property and another person has their own house and property, I don't believe in two people coming together and selling one of their properties. I believe in y'all keep them two properties and be able to have one as an Airbnb or have one as a vacation home. But you're not supposed to subtract from what's on the table. You're supposed to add to it. Okay, so if I'm self-sufficient, but you're telling me that, I act like I don't need anyone, that's because you don't bring nothing to the table. You know what I'm saying? So don't allow people to deflect that on you. If you are self-sufficient and you're confident in that, stand in that shit. Not everybody can afford that type of mulch. You know what I'm saying? Some folks still on pine straw. Leave them there. That shit will set your house on fire quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are people that, like, no matter where you go and how you go up, they're going to try to burn you down like pine straw. So leave them where they be. God's plan is to wake the dead. God's plan is to bring the truth to the light. Well, when you bring the truth to the light, you find out key point number 2. You find out who's jealous, who's for you, and who's not. Because let me tell you something. If it's really true that angels are enemies, let me say it like this. If angels are the devil's worst enemy, then jealousy is going to come along with it, because the devil doesn't like coming to the light. They don't like realizing things. They don't like seeing themselves. And let me tell you another thing about the enemy. Now, I'm going to tell you like this. Distractions are nothing but attractions in disguise. So when we meet people and we first get to know people, they're pretty much getting to know who you are. So you think. But at the same time, with discernment, you can kind of catch who are the energy takers and the people who are trying to add to what you got going on. For example, someone that comes out their mouth and asks you, what would be the ideal person? Don't answer that question with an actual answer. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm willing to lose my bachelorette card behind this. Do not do it. Don't do it. Don't tell them shit. Because think of it like this. If you haven't seen anything that was of worth keeping, you don't know what your ideal person is yet. So for you just to ramble off like, oh, they gotta be romantic and, they gotta have a sense of humor. Dude, I think all those things are primary and basic. And if they don't understand that, they're below basic. Leave them alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't make it harder than what it already is. You already have to work a 9 to 5 and deal with a supervisor and a GM. Don't hold off and make it any worse. Don't make this shit an interview process. Decode them insecurities. You asking me what type of person that's ideal for me? Well, if they were ideal, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be having this conversation because I would have already found them. You know what I'm saying? Someone that's going to ask you all those type of questions, you got to understand they got their costume from motherfucking Party City. And they on an hourly rate. So whether it be 2 days, 7 days, 2 weeks, or 2 months, they have a goal in mind to bag you, to get you, to catch you. And then the next thing you know, they turn in this party suit outfit. The representative is gone. And now you're like, holy crap, what did I do? Who am I with? This is not who I once learned and knew and fell for or wanted to start a friendship or relationship with. It's because the insecurity. People are so quick to think having an insecurity is a weakness. It's only a weakness if you allow yourself to think, not trying to strengthen it. It's going to make it better. You got to put the work in for you to really see what can be of it. If we constantly keep putting our insecurities off on other people, when do we ever grow up? Now, I understand God take care of babies and fools. So no matter if you're afraid, no matter if you feel as if you're ignorant to certain things, educate yourself. He covers babies and fools. So I think you're covered. I don't really think you should feel any type of way about having an insecurity. I think everyone should be acquainted with their emotion in one way or another. In order for you to do that, you have to realize that you are not your worst enemy, but you can be. And that is the difference between fools and babies. Babies, they're learning, they take in so that way they understand. And when they understand, they're able to go on in life using that same skill. It's just like potty training and you're a baby. How do you teach a baby to potty train? You know, to go to the bathroom. You help them through the training process, but once they're able to get up off of their feet, they straight. Now they're in their 30s and 40s, they pissing by them damn selves. It's the same thing when it comes to you being able to decode your insecurities. There's nothing wrong with you getting face to face with yourself in the mirror, letting it be known like, look, just because they're self-sufficient doesn't mean that I can't be. Everyone's road is different. You don't know what it took for them to be self-sufficient. So don't call on them as if like, oh, well, they don't need somebody. No, they just don't need your bullshit. You know what I'm saying? They got it. They got it covered. So anything that comes beyond what it is I think will be ideal, that's extra. But yeah, if that's how you feel, then no, I don't. Because I don't need the extra shit. I don't need nobody breadcrumbing me. And I damn sure wouldn't need no one telling me what I'm not because of what they're trying to be. No. Let them know. You need to get that shit together before you come over here. Because all I hear is low effort and inconsistency. And I'm trying to keep my money, not make it bail. Straight up. That's all you got to tell them. Point blank, period. Know what you want to deal with. When you decode insecurities, I'm telling you what I know. It makes it so much easier for you, and you appreciate your peace 10 times over because you don't have to deal with someone trying to see, you know, which ultimatum are you going to take? Which choice and option are you going to take? Especially if they're giving you these options in your shit. You make your money, you pay your bills, but they're like, yo, well, I'm not leaving. Well, the law gonna tell your ass to leave because if you ain't paying the bill in here and it's not in your name, you're not staying. I don't give a damn. You feel me? So we as people have to get to that point where we trust our instincts enough to know, like, you know, it's been all cool and fun and everything, but A, B, C, D, F, G. I don't like it. I don't appreciate it. I don't need it. And if that's how you feel about me, then let it be what it is. You're right. I don't need it. Shit, they already deflected. Let them have it. It's not going to hurt you none. But if you are able to, you know, decode these insecurities and use your discernment to let you know when someone's wasting your time, like they waste money, you'll be a lot happier. Trust me, trust me, trust me, trust me, trust me. As many times as I've heard over, you know, when anyone's trying to do like little touchy-feely games and shit with you, won't buy you a chicken dinner the first, but want to give you a massage, cut them. Because, see, you can already tell where they mind at, especially if you're not there. You feel me? When it comes down to them being like, okay, well, you know, I'll get up and leave since you kicking me out. Go open the fucking door. Let it be known. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got time for these insecurities, these little baby ass ultimatums. Figure all that out before you come this way. Make it easier for both of us because I'm not about to go through no interview process. I do enough of that at work. You know, honesty is the best key. But hopefully that helps a couple of people out there. I got a question about it. So hopefully I covered it well for you to have like a starting point and understanding your journey with growing and strengthening your circle. If you go over to our Patreon community, our warrior community, we definitely do talk about this because this is something that really needs to be put in front of people for them to be enlightened. There's nothing worse than you, like, it's okay to give people a chance to prove themselves. But dude, once they turn in that party clown suit and shit, and you see what you see, understand, they turned into rose-colored glasses too, with your pair. Now they got straight on black shades. You can't see their eyes no more than you can see their actions. So decode these insecurities while you're in the phase of getting to know people and building your relationships so you don't end up hurting yourself in the long run with the aftershock of the mental abuse, the emotional abuse, and feeling like it's going to be hard for you to start over. Okay? So be sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. And I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.
The depths of the media sees no evil. Buildings crashing 9/11, no sake for the people. Children take to everything. Others willing to feel anything just to say they were there. Boyfriends, girlfriends, husbands, wives, domestic violence. Do you care? When the curtains close, your head hangs low. You're wishing someone was there. Just turn to me for relief. I know how you feel. I am you. You are me. We share symptoms of the black sheep. Aren't you aware?
This image, I remember howling winds, nights trying to hustle to 10 degrees, ash on my knuckles. Coke in my long john, sipping on the brisk. A tall glass of liquor, please, who get a sip of this? Coke in my long john, slave to the sin. Call me young coke there if the cops try to frisk. I may get a grip, I may get a grip. I may slapping 20s, lobster tails and some shrimp. I used to bump Wayne all day as a pimp, now I'm past Wayne, Drake and going in.